Hello, everybody. We are live and welcome, beautiful Nick. How are you?
Very well, thanks, Marie. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Yeah, Nick and I were just talking. Hi, Jasper. He wants to say hi too.
Hey, Jasper.
Yeah, so Nick and I have just been talking about the flow and synchronicity and how things just seem to be really falling into place without having to work for it, and it just drops into place. So I know that's something I've been noticing this week in particular, and it's like, this is how it can be. This is, it's nice that it's really easy. So yeah. So I just wonder, how's everyone going? How's everyone been? How's everyone doing? And and I think too, I thought it's time that we actually maybe had a reflection on our journey with our dreams and what we feel we've learned or what we feel we've actually had insights and awareness into through understanding our dreams more. So yeah, so Nick, what's been happening with you? Anything exciting? Anything?
Well, the first thing is that it feels like this was just yesterday that we were doing the show again, and so much happens.
Yes.
But because I really have been focusing on being present all the time, living in the moment, and catching myself, especially with other people who want to drag you into the past or the future. A lot of people I find still want to drag you into the past if they haven't done a lot of their own work yet. Well, that's
Yes.
okay. It's just that, like, I've learned to navigate that and bring them very quickly back. But I'm speaking my truth now and saying, well, I don't see it that way, or when people become forgetful and they go, oh, that's what happens when you get older, and then they go down that old path and go, no, stop. Or if somebody starts giving energy to something, like somebody started talking about a dog barking in the neighbourhood in the middle of the night the other night, and I said, stop, don't give it any energy. And they went, you're
Totally.
right. And so it's like, I'm trying to help people through the process in a nice way, and making it a bit of fun at the same time. But I did have an interesting situation, and talking about, like, when you reflect on the journey we've been on, and I'm really keen when we get people sitting on the chat here to talk about it more, is that there's so many facets to what has happened over the last few years, and I didn't even know where to begin. What were the main key points? But there's something that happened to me yesterday. I went to a party, which was a celebration of a birth. I'm not going to say a birthday because that happened a long time ago for this person. So while we were there, I met a whole lot of new people that I'd never met before, but they were like a vibrational match. They were just lovely. All women, we just kept it women only. And I was talking to one of these ladies, and she had a really strong attachment to her mother. And she was starting to tell me about it, and I thought, well, there's a reason she's telling me about her mother. I don't even really know this person, and she's just gone straight into this explanation of how she loved. And then straight away I felt, oh my God, her mother's right here. I can feel her with her. I was getting goosebumps. And then I got her name, and I thought, should I tell her what I think her name is? This is where you got to learn to trust yourself. And I thought, oh, I don't really want to say it though, and I thought. And then in the end, because I got the word, first I got the letter B, and then it's 3 letters, and I thought, is it Bev? And I thought, I don't know this person well enough to say it anyway. And halfway through the conversation, I said, what was your mother's name? And she said, oh, it was Bev. And I thought, I knew it. She said, it's funny, I really should have just said that and trusted myself. So what I have learned, probably the most out of everything in this process, is trust your intuition. And when it comes in, don't second guess it. So that was probably the key point that I've learned, but there's been many, many learnings. So I'm interested to know. And hello, Tanya.
Yeah, hi, gorgeous. Absolutely, and I got put through my paces when I was younger. Like I said, when I was out socially or something, I'd get told you have to go and talk to this person, and I just did it, and I learned. And even if they're going, no, I don't remember that, no, then all of a sudden they go, oh, but could it be this? And it was like, oh, so you've got to trust, and it's a test for you. This is as well. So this is our faith and our trust in it. So it's honing your skills around that.
That was a real moment. I've not really experienced it to that extent before, and it was so clear to me, but I didn't say it.
And that's it. And don't you kick yourself, because then what it's doing is it's helping the person that you're with. It's validating for them. Maybe my mum is here, or maybe that beloved person is here, you know, so it's beautiful. So I don't know if anyone else has had any sort of experiences like that where you've tuned in and you've just, you know, you've felt someone's loved one that's passed and been able to communicate. So hi, Christina. Yeah, it's beautiful when that happens. Well done you. So,
I know.
Yeah. So
yeah, I am looking forward to seeing these talents, gifts, skills, whatever you want to call them, come back for people. And certainly I think, as I said, when people forget their words, I said, no, that's all good. We don't need to communicate that way. I said, you know, we can still communicate using, and they'll go, and I'll wait for them to say it. They go like telepathy, and I go, yeah.
I love it. It's perfect. It's funny because I know my brain's rewiring. And so I was joking, going, oh, Alzheimer's has set in. And then a friend said, Marie, I went, oh, yes, you're right. Thank you. I said, my brain's rewiring and it's just taking its time to find words or to remember what I've just done or what I'm going to do. And I know it's rewiring and I'm getting better. Even this morning I went, oh, I remembered. Okay, great. So It's like, it's just a huge wipeout. So don't panic, guys. If you find that you're forgetting things or you walk into a room and you go, I have no idea why I'm here. I know there was a reason. And so, you know, and I'm finding things that I misplaced or couldn't find like 2 months ago, and I'll look into a shelf. I go, well, there it is. Like it's that sort of things happening as well. So it's like our matrix around us, our reality around us changes as our brain and our connection into source changes as well. Hi, Kim. So yeah,
exactly. That matrix does change. This morning I woke up, walked down the other end of the house, saw that we left one of the doors open with the screen door closed at last night, which is fine. And I thought, oh, that's unusual. Usually you close that. Came back 5 minutes later, it was closed.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I don't even know. It's like, I wasn't half asleep.
Yep. It is. We're shifting. Like you said, the timelines, there's merging, shifting, changing. It's almost like waves are coming through and things are being rewoven. This is how I'm seeing it. I did a beautiful gridding with my friend, a remote gridding yesterday. Man, the frequency coming in is just new and it's powerful and it's beautiful, and we are resonating now with this frequency. So hi, Tony. Thanks for sending in your dream experience. So yeah, so look, you know, guys, don't be worried if you feel like your brain is just not what it used to be. Excellent. It means you're getting rewiring done. So don't panic and think you're really truly going to stay like that. You're not. It's just a big shift. And I find always that my intuition and my gifts change when my brain's rewiring. So yeah, so that's what's been happening for me. So I'd love to hear what's been happening for you lot. Let us know if you've had any synchronistic experiences or just been able to observe and watch things happen. Or I'd love that, because it always starts an amazing conversation between us and more questions get asked. So that's my favorite thing. So there we go.
Yeah, that's a classic comment. I thought I was going into menopause because they said brain fog. And this is you see. It's funny how you can be led down one path and then that becomes what your reality will be, when in actual fact it's nothing like that.
You'd create that, Kim. So no, just I talked to my brain. I actually, during the gridding, I was going, all right, brain, what is it why do you want to help me? And I said, you know, what is it that you need? And it just showed me all this light coming in and how it was unfragmenting and reconnecting in a different way. And I went, oh, that's a big job. You're doing so well. So I was really grateful to it. And I said, oh, the clarity that you have is amazing. So I was actually talking to it like that. So maybe, Kim, you could go in and connect with your brain, and just that question of asking it, why is it that you help me? Because what happens then? The brain wants to help you more. So it's, really interesting. Yeah. So Tony, out of sorts. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. And I know we've got some dreams here to talk about, but last night I was thinking, I usually get a good dream before the show or something leading up to it. And I didn't really have anything worth really writing down because I was getting lots of fragments of things. So I guess what you're saying, Marie, is that's that rewiring going on. But I did in my, like, that lucid awake moment that I'm getting a lot lately, I said, well, just give me one quick vision of what this all means. And I got a kite.
Wow. So what does a kite mean for you?
So immediately what I thought was the kite is a sense of freedom. And because it's in the air and up high, it's that spiritual freedom and openness. So I looked it up, and a really simple thing was freedom to soar, spiritual power awareness. That was, I went, there's the kicker.
Yes.
And then also childlike awareness. And I thought, yeah, I think this is exactly what you're saying there, Marie. That makes a lot of sense. That rewiring and allowing us to step into something much greater.
It's huge. The frequency that was coming through yesterday was massive, and I love the greetings, not for the fact that it helps Earth, and it helps everyone, and it helps me, and it helps whoever I'm greeting with. But it shows me what's going on, and I really like that as well. So, but and kites are fun. To me, that was one of my favorite things to do as a kid, was fly a kite. It's like, woohoo, check this out. It was so much fun. So yes, so that's beautiful. What a great insight. And it was interesting. I had another thought as well with dreams. So it was really hot for about 2 nights. It was so hot here. So I've got a very comfortable couch. So I just put my dehumidifier air conditioner on and just slept on my couch. But I'd had all my photos out because, of course, I was getting photos from my brother for the funeral I have to go to this week. And all these other old photos were out. These are friends that I had from work. We used to have so much fun at conferences and really close. And one of them, I hadn't spoken to him for about 10 years. Well, I had this massive dream journey with him. And then I realized, all the photos are right there next to me of him and us when we used to do all this stuff. So I had a thought, if you want to dream about someone or you want to know how someone's going, and I remember the numbers on his apartment. I remembered it felt very lucid, a lot of it. Maybe put some photos out if you want to dream about certain things next to your bed. I went, well, of course, this is why. So there you go. So that's a little plaything we could do if you want to have a dream about a loved one, or if you want to have a dream about a place that you want to visit. Why not put a photo of it next to your bed and see what happens? Because I didn't expect that. It was just, I'd been looking at them going, we had so much fun. That was such a great time in my life. And they are such good people. So there you go. So that was a real revelation for me as well.
That's amazing. What a great idea. Yeah, I like that.
So we can do photos. And and there was something, I don't know if you saw it yet. I sent you something on Messenger, Nick. Did you?
I saw it this morning. Incredible. Yes.
Guess who sent that to me? Zandy.
Yeah.
Zandy, yeah. And it's amazing. Guys, I actually wonder if I can bring it up and show you, because it was pretty incredible. I don't know if we'll be able to see it on here, but let me just see. Zandy had it. Let me just go in.
So the person that's Marie's going to show you, her name's Veda Alston, and if you're not familiar with her work, you might be familiar with Masaru Emoto's work on freezing water and the images that come from water. She took it one step further, and she has explored it in so many more natural ways. So she freezes the water that has had an intention put into it, and I'll let you show have you found it, Marie?
Yeah, so, and this is around dreams. So this is amazing. Let me just, hopefully this works for us.
A few years ago, I did a study on water and dreams. I'd leave a petri dish of water by my bed each night with the intention that it captures some part of my dream. I'd only freeze water from dreams I couldn't remember, but knew I'd had, otherwise I could be projecting. And the crystallography was so clear that in many cases would jog my memory of the entire dream. It supports the idea that water is like a witness or observer, and here are some examples. Here I was literally dreaming of sheep, such a cute little guy. This one was a dream about a silky creature with babies that was a cross between an otter and a cat. For this one, I was walking along railway tracks. Here, the focus of the dream was a butterfly. Here, I was walking along a country road. And for this one, I was on a ship in big waves. And here, I dreamt about a sacred tree. I think this work is really extraordinary.
There we go. I just love it. And I went, ooh, now there's a good idea. Now, I think she said she used Petri dishes, so the water probably has got a base for it to sink into. And I'm presuming we can buy them somewhere, or we could use, I was getting ideas. I went, I wonder if we could use sand under the water to, you know, be the base for it. I don't know. So I'm gonna when I get back after this week, I'm gonna actually try a few different ways of it and see if, you know, then we freeze it and then have a look at it. So I thought, wow, that could be fun.
Yeah. If you go onto her website, I think there is a simple way. If you don't have a petri dish, it's something else. It's just a shallow. You can maybe
dish for ice
jar or something like that you can see through it. And I've never actually done it, but I totally understand. And I've always been into Masaru Emoto's work too.
Me too. For years and years, I've loved it. I just got so drawn into that water, and it's so powerful. So hi, Hindi. Yeah, today we're actually doing the dreams again, but we're also talking about recording dreams through water. Amazing, beautiful lady. What was her name again, Nick?
Veda Austin, Veda Austin.
Yes. So I was going, and I said, thank you, Zandy, because I love it. If you guys get ideas like this or see things, throw them through to me because I love it. It means it expands or reminds us of what's around us to be used as a recorder, like the water is a recorder. And I can't wait to do this when I get back. So,
and we're crystalline body. Well, we certainly are now. We probably weren't some in the time in the past, but our bodies are crystalline beings. And because of that reason, we can program very easily. That's why we say be careful of your thoughts and what you speak and your intentions, because everything, our body is just one living memory of everything that's ever happened. So what we're doing is, as we shift out the old to make way for the new, and that's also an expansion of light and our oversoul coming in. We want to be, you know, if you're going to sit in your body, you want to make it good.
Absolutely. And, you know, this has been proven scientifically, you know, through Emoto. They took some water from this lake somewhere. I can't remember where it was. And there was a picture of this screaming woman, literally in the actual water. And then these monks or whatever, they prayed. They did this prayer and, you know, for an hour or 2 hours or something. And then they rechecked the water and it was absolutely beautiful and perfect and clear. So that emotion that had been caught or whatever was in that water, it had been released. And so this is how powerful it is. So if we talk to our bodies and we go, oh, you're so dumb, you're so fat, you're so slow, oh God, that hurts. What's going to happen is it's going to exacerbate it. Yeah. And so for me, I know if I need to talk to my body, if there's something going on in my body, I go in and I talk with it. And I've read somewhere that you say the cells think that we're God. We're like God. Our mind, our brain is like God to our cells, apparently. So you talk about it like we love you. So it's almost like a collective that speaks to it. So honestly, I do this every day. I just go in and I check all my body, all my organs, and I go, oh, we love you. You're so loved. You're amazing. What you do is just so incredible. And I say, do you need anything? And so then I'll just work with whatever comes up. But honestly, you stay well. Your body stays really good because it's happy. So I really, honestly, I'll give everyone that little bit of a push this week to speak to your body differently to maybe what you have been.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, so Hindi's asked a question.
That is very, very true. But also your thoughts create your world.
Totally. Yeah. So our reality, we are co-creators within our whole realm. Mm-hmm. So hi, Marie. Nice to see you on.
Marie.
So look, absolutely. So, and I think the more we remember this, the more we can change our mental plane and the processing that happens just automatically. We've been indoctrinated, for so long. Mm-hmm. It's catching it and not telling ourselves off, but going, oh, thanks, but no thanks, and then changing it. So it's being, again, just be gentle with ourselves, Would you beat up on a toddler that's learning how to walk and falls over? So we don't do that to ourselves either. So, yeah, but so it's interesting. So I'd love to know anything people have noticed through their awareness now around their dreams and when they interpret them or what they've noticed change for them in their lives. Because it's been like, how long has it been now? 2 years or 3 years? I think we've been doing these shows. So I know I'd love to hear if anyone goes, there was an aha moment for me there, or now what I do before sleep is this, or this is what I do when I wake up, or whatever. Just let us know, and let us know if you've had more lucid dreams or if you've had different experiences that you've not had before. So I think it's so beautiful to share that, because then we don't think we're crazy. We know that it's our normal now. So pop them in, and I will come back to them. I'm just going to pop up to Tony's amazing experiences that she's had. Here we go.
So I can't remember what I was dreaming about before. I just remember the part where I felt 2, maybe 3 super evil energies right at my face, flying and trying to harass me or whatever they were doing. But I was trying to scream out, Jesus, Jesus, but this is funny. I slept with mouth tape because I'm a mouth breather and I couldn't scream it out, but I managed to get it out the best I could. Then I screamed, Yeshua, and they just fled. And I woke up and just lay there for so long thinking how real that felt. I remember in the past, I was woken up with a flying evil entity that literally scratched my nose. I still have a scar there, a super tiny thin line. The next morning it was a scratch, then scabbed and scarred. I always protect my room and put protection around me before I go to sleep.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that, Tony. Interesting, isn't it? So, I mean, I've had a dream where I've known there was a being that was taking my power. And it was confirmed to me the next morning when my friend, I said to her, I had this really weird experience last night. And she said, Marie, the first thing I saw when I opened up my, her feed or whatever in the morning was thieves don't break into an empty house. And so so Tony, as we raise our consciousness and vibration, the light can attract the dark. And, what an amazing experience. And the fact that you were lucid enough to actually remember to say that Yeshua, it came through to you, which is very powerful. I'm sorry, I have to laugh that you're sleeping with mouth tape and you're trying to say the name. I think that's really, but even in our minds saying it can be very powerful because our thoughts obviously are energy and are projected out. So well done, you. So what are you getting, Nick? What are your thoughts what was your intuition?
Yeah, very first straight away, I thought this is a shadow. It may not be yours specifically. It's a shadow that's coming from something or somewhere and like exactly what Marie said, as we raise our vibration, that it's like this desperation. They just need help. I feel that they just need help. And personally, I just send love now to whatever it is, and it just dissolves it off. It sends it to wherever it needs to go, and it's like releasing it for them, those entities. And that, sometimes it's something that it's part of you as well, that you've had something in your experiences in incarnations or whatever that needs to be released, and this is the time for it. It's nothing. We want it all to go. We want everything to be dissolved and transformed so we can get on with going back to our perfect blueprint, or gold print, as I say.
Yes, yeah, it's so true. And when we have a shadow within us, it's perfect if it's actually represented by something that then comes through externally. Brilliant, because then it actually releases from us. It gives us that energy and that emotion. Remember, what's an emotion? An emotion, it's movement of energy. So it's sometimes that feeling is enough to shift something from within, deep within us. And it can be lineage, it can be other lifetimes, it can be a timeline aspect. And I absolutely agree, Nick. This lifetime, I just keep getting this message. This lifetime is so powerful because of the consciousness now within us on Earth. We can actually do this clearing. It's like that. And before, I remember even, I'm so grateful I've had these experiences. For like years ago, it would take up to 4 months, 5 months just to clear one shadow aspect. And it was like really painful. It felt slow, and for every day it felt like you were, and now, honestly, that done. So yeah, it is great timing. So the more we allow this to come through, and the more we then work with it, it'll just go.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have this vision of tortured souls. Those old paintings, those master paintings where you see this tortured going and reaching up. Yeah, it's like, because we're shifting away from that, but they also need a bit of help to release. You need to sort of cut the tie a bit there. I woke up pouring with sweat. I'm laughing to the mouth takes.
It was pretty funny. That's gorgeous. So,
Yeah.
oh, Marie's got her songs coming through. I love these because I get
it's
these
so
as
good.
well. Mm.
Yeah, never gonna give you up.
are-
Love is all
Yeah.
around you, for
Yeah.
example. Also, scenes are so fast, only remembering bits, like lots of people, crowds, walking, older dress street. Exactly the same, Marie. I'm getting the same thing. Yeah.
And Marie, this came through in the greeting yesterday. My friend was saying to me, Marie, it was like I could see these flashes of your lifetime and things with people, whatever. She said, they were just being cleared like this. And I had been getting some images in my head while I was there. So I hadn't told her anything. So it's being validated. So Marie, you're right. It's like your timelines are being cleared and everything's merging in. It's just it's so beautiful. It's so amazing. So yeah, I really agree with that. Yeah, Marie, it's just happening. And this is why I love you guys sharing, because it's just so validating, isn't it? Even if we trust ourselves and we go, yep, I know that I was given those insights and visions or whatever, it's so nice to see that other people are also getting them. It's just such validation. So just keep sharing about insights and what you're experiencing and things like that. It's really beautiful. Oh, I was going to do some cards actually for Tony. That's why I had them. I've got them out. Let me just tune in and just see if there's any insights for Tony through the cards that can come up from that one. Oh, you're nice and hot. Which one are you? Interesting. Goodness me, they're hot today. Whew. Yeah, it's so the first card up is our Ten of Wands. To me, this means there's action being taken and it's nearly finished. Whatever it is that was coming through is nearly finished. And our Seven of Wands came up. To me as well, the Seven of Wands is about maintaining our own identity, really ensuring we're taking action to know who we are and what we are. It's finding that an aspect of our identity. So that makes sense with that as well. So I'll just get one more card as a little bit of clarity for you. So, they're all wands. So Tony, the Eight of Wands, this is fast. Yep, all of that, just what we were talking about. Everything that's happening is now happening really quickly. So, yeah. And look, the fact that you got a scratch on your nose, absolutely. Our reality really reflects what's going on, but it's real. Like sometimes I know I get a sore right knee when I'm going through a shift and a change. It's only when I'm walking downstairs, no other time. And I go, oh, okay, I'm going through a shift. And then it goes, that's my little telltale. Oh, okay, Marie, you might want to do a little bit more, clearing or go in and see what's going on because you've got that right knee happening. Then it just goes.
Yeah. So. And I wonder, there's a whole new way of thinking that has been brought to my attention lately in the way I've been having my dreams and insights, is that some of them seem like they could actually happen in my real life, or could have, and then I'll wake up going, oh, that didn't happen. I actually feel that some of the things that are coming in my dreams are, when we go into our dream world, we explore all the possibilities of a decision that we could be making or something we could be doing in our awake world, or whatever you want to call it, physical world here. And it's almost like I'm being shown some of those options and then they're being cleared too. So it's not just clearing all the shadows and the dark stuff. It's also clearing all that unnecessary complexity that sits in our mind that creates things. And which means I think I'm getting close to that end point too. As you just pulled those cards for Marie, I'm feeling the same thing.
Yeah.
That it's happening so quickly. And as it gets stronger and stronger, it happens quicker and quicker and quicker. It's like the vibration, that, and eventually it'll just like not flatline, but it'll come into a beautiful harmony or flow.
Or a flow. Yeah, more like this.
That's right.
And I'm finding that I'm getting such a different perspective, and it just goes, oh, how can I've seen that for 60 years? It's this, wow, oh, I've got it, and it's like, well, this is interesting. Just a whole different perspective on an aspect or a person or a situation or a relationship, whatever. Yeah. And it's like truly becoming that observer of it. So, but Hindi had a question here, so this is interesting.
Quick thing, but the problem with dreaming a very well-written, coherent novel is that when you wake up, you realise you're going right. That's so cool.
That's so true, Hindi. But Hindi, another little tip is I don't know if I mentioned this to you, but what I would do if it's a very complicated dream, I would say, now, if this was a movie, what would I call it? And that helps you to really start to condense it down already. And then I go, right, who are the main characters? What was the feeling of it? Was there a sadness? Was there a frustration? What was it? What colors were the majority of it? What numbers were in there? And that way it helps to break it down, because otherwise you feel like you're writing a novel. And I find when I take out the guts of it, basically, that's all that the rest of it is just padding, to help bring about a feeling of helplessness or love or frustration or whatever it is. So that's my little tip with it.
Yeah,
So,
that's
so
a good tip.
so that might help.
I understand completely, Hindi, because I used to write novels when I first started recording my dreams, and then I've got them down to a few ideas and words, but it's a process, and you have to go through a process, don't you? You can't just sort of skip that. That's all part of it. So just enjoy that process. Starting out with the novels is great, and then you, like Marie said, and you try to take out the emotion of it a little bit, and just look at the facts and data. Just look at it as information. And then you can build that novel up with a different meaning, because
you'll have a different archetype for things to other people. But this is where I find that Betty Bethard's book, The Dream Book, is really good. It's simple, but she channeled it. So, but you might find that you have a different perspective of a butterfly to her. So use your perspective, because your higher self, your divine being, your soul is giving you the information. So then once you start to write down what they mean for you, it'll just be so much quicker. So, I mean, I've been doing this since I was literally 5 or 6 years old. So for me, it's a lot easier. But don't worry, it'll come quickly, because this is what's happening in real life as well. Everything's happening more quickly. So you'll be surprised at how quickly this happens if you have a dream journal. And a few little tips that we haven't mentioned for a while is like keep a pencil or a biro or something, if you want to use your phone and your notes, fine. But I just find paper and a pen, and you just write down a couple of words. And then if you want to go back to sleep, you'll wake up and remember it. I find I only need like 3 or 4 words, and that will trigger the whole dream for me. So that's a really neat trick as well, is keeping it like even under your pillow or right near your bed. So,
and I'll show you the card I pulled this morning. Intuitive journaling.
Oh, are you serious? You do this every week, Nick?
Every week.
That is beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Intuitive journaling. It's exactly what we're just talking about.
That's right. That's right. And there must be something in it for us. I think it's bringing a connection from our light world into our physical body. You have to sometimes use this. As I used to teach a lot of my students, think with a pen in your hand or a pencil in your hand, because by putting it on paper, you're confirming something, and it also helps to stimulate something else that will come next. That's why they say just start writing. Just start writing. Just don't even tune out. Get calm, and then just put that pencil down. And eventually, for those people that have ever delved into automatic writing, it's quite amazing what comes out.
Unbelievable. And I went through, for about 2 years, I used my left hand, my non-dominant hand, as much as I could. I pegged out clothes, I cleaned my teeth. I actually used to journal with it. So I'd write with my right hand, and then I would start journaling with my left hand, and my writing became better and better. But when I looked back, like 6 months later, I'd read what I'd written, I'd go, whoa, how did I know that when I was actually writing with my non-dominant hand? And I was going, how did I know this? That was wow. So it sort of brings through a wisdom that we don't tap into when we're using, that right aspect of our brain or left aspect of our brain. Sorry. So
that's
yeah.
A really good tip, Marie, because when you write with the opposite hand, even just start to write. First, just have a go with your name, but then just go, I'm going to write another word. You'll be so concentrating on trying to write and master that physical ability, the manipulation of a pencil with the wrong hand, the opposite hand, that you'll just write a word without even thinking and go, what did I write that, I wonder? That's
so true. It bypasses our mental plane and our mind. It goes deeper into the divine mind. Yeah. So it's beautiful. So yeah. So, and it was so interesting, because then it was probably about 5 or 6 years ago now, I broke my right wrist, and and it didn't take long for that muscle memory to come back in my left hand. I had to do everything with my left hand. I went, oh, that's right. This is how it feels. And the exhausting part was my brain it wasn't so much the muscles in my left arm. It was my brain having to switch over again. So I went, oh, thank God I did that all those years ago, so that I've got that muscle memory. But yeah, it was really interesting. So, so funny. So, okay.
Marie says, I felt harassed. My husband died 19 years ago and he never lived in this town, but receiving letters addressed to him about care for him can be paid for. Answer in sleep. It's messages from him. Never thought of that.
Yeah, totally. Absolutely. So, oh, now this is really, I'm getting something else coming through. So Nick, what are you getting? Because I'm just getting some stuff coming in for Marie here.
Well, is this a dream or is this in reality?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's in reality because she says answer in sleep. It's messages from him, and never thought of that. Yeah. So, and Marie, did you have was there a bit of an issue? Did you and your husband have an issue? Reality, yeah. So did you have issues, or were you okay together? So, and it's funny because what he was sending you was letters addressed to him, but about care for him being paid for. So is he trying to say to you, you did so much for me? It's almost like, I don't know, I just would love to know if you're prepared to share, if you two were in harmony when he passed, or what was, if you can, what was going on. So because that's the universe working with the matrix to get you some messages of some sort.
I think this is quite complex. I'd be interested what the cards have to say about this.
Yeah, let's have a look and see.
Yeah.
So let's have a look and see if this is from. Okay. This is interesting. They're not hot. They're actually just got like an electromagnetic tingle to them. Oh, so it's just got really windy as well. So the Ten of Swords has come up. So this is when something's died, something's passed, something's finished. And it's, to me, there's something around the mental plane. Yeah. So, and Marie said he was injured then, ill for years. Yeah. And that takes a lot. And look at that. It's interesting, isn't it, that this card has come up. And this is usually when there's been a lot of loss of energy and all of that too. So I felt, okay. So can I ask you, Marie, did you actually care for him? This is what I'm feeling. So if you're prepared, yeah, thank you for sharing that, what you said. But yeah, I'd love to know if you actually cared for him to a point. Oh, that one wants to come out. Oh, we've got the Ten of Swords, and then the next hand we've got the Ten of Rainbows. So when he was released, it was just such a huge release, because that Ten of Cups is very much around an emotional freedom and joy and happiness. And Marie says yes for years. So Marie, what I was getting initially intuitively was the fact that it's something paid for him, like it has to be paid for him or whatever. He's saying to you, thank you for, I'm getting goosebumps. Thank you for what you did for me. It was huge. And so just so much gratitude for you. And it's almost like you'll get this back in spades as well.
Yes, that's what I got, Marie. I felt like you're going to be rewarded. Yeah. It's not the right word in a sense, because it's not the match in terms of the situation was, but I feel now the giving you gave will be returned. And
it will be in a way that you never expected. You never could have planned it yourself. It's a gift. However it comes through in whatever way. But that's, it's definitely, because that was the first thing I got. So yeah, and getting goosebumps again. And he's also saying he's really sorry if he made your life really difficult. And he said you just did everything that needed to be done. So thank you. So yeah, so interesting. Wow.
Back to when you guys must have had and with the agreement you had as soul family.
Lover's card comes up. So the soul agreement, the connection, look at that, the angel through the two. You can't make stuff up.
So you guys did a handshake before you came down about this, and it was almost like forgive me for what I might be doing to you and how it might be stressful, but no, you're up for it, and it won't leave you bogged down in it, because there's something coming that will make it feel so beautiful and light.
And Marie, so she you want to read that one?
Wow, that's wonderful. Felt good when I realised it was from him.
Yeah, how clever is he to manipulate that male? Well done. It's funny, isn't it? So but that's amazing. So look, our loved ones will come to us in the strangest of ways. Like I said to you, my beautiful friend Jane, I had moths coming out of everything, and I went, Jane, I get the message. You can be here for me whenever I want. No more moths. I get it. And I haven't probably seen it since.
Yeah, that's funny, isn't it?
It is funny. So it's recognizing them and acknowledging them as well. So that's so beautiful. Thank you for sharing that, Marie. And I think
it was lovely.
Really weird things happen. So but they're not weird. They're just working there, and their electromagnetic energy is working with the matrix for us. So which is perfect. So right. Well, what do you if no one else has got any more dreams or anything, shall we do a chakra? Do you think we should do a little chakra meditation? I'm just going to shut that door. I've got the cat under the table here playing with my feet, and I've got the door banging. Give me 1 second.
And I'd also be interested to know if anybody else has got any, just a couple of clear words, perhaps, about what they have learned on this journey, just through dreaming and understanding dreams, even.
Exactly. There's no right or wrong. And it's such a personal journey, and this is how, because we all have such different personalities and different mental perceptions of the world and different experience, not one of us is the same. And I often sit and contemplate that and go, all of these beautiful souls on this earth, no one is like me, and I'm not like anyone else, and they're all individual. There's one difference. It's just crazy when you think about how many different timelines and experiences we've all had. So so it's beautiful. So Kim,
at night she travels. And I feel every night.
Totally, absolutely. And I think that's something that's definitely come through more for people, is it's okay to lucid dream and to travel at night. Our higher self goes off and does whatever it wants, and sometimes we remember it and other times we don't. So
and Kim, when did you have an awareness your whole life of this, or has this just happened in the last, say, few years, or even more recently? Because it's our awareness that brings our attention to it.
And then we have more of an intention to do it, and then the universe goes, okay, then here you go. So okay, let's just have a little look for what our higher self, our divine being, wants us to be more connected with for this week through our chakra energy. Oh my goodness, there was something else as well that someone sent me, and I have to have another bigger look at it through chakras and dreaming. I'll look at that for this next week. I just haven't had time this week. So okay, let's just tune in. Oh, perfect. Okay. So Kim understood in her 20s. So she has 25 years. Beautiful. That's awesome. I did it as a child, Kim, and then I thought it was normal. I thought this is how everyone dreams. I was flying off to London, all these places I'd never been to. And then I actually actively taught myself lucid dreaming, and the second night I was off doing it and knew I wanted to go back to Perth to see my cat. It was just amazing. So it's great once you know, even if you've been doing it before, to then consciously do it is really cool. So all right, so the card, oh my gosh, this is incredible, because this is actually sort of like the frequency I saw in the gritting yesterday with my friend. Once these two, was almost like two how can I put it, vortexes, sort of upside down vortexes came together, and then this light came through, and it's called universal light. So this is what we're working with, and this does not surprise me with what we've been talking about and some of our light body symptoms that we've been experiencing. So it's number 34, which is 7, which is spiritual. So let's have a little look and see what our beautiful book tells us about this. So this is our soul star chakra. Have I got a picture of that? No. So to me, my soul star chakra is about 1 meter above the top of my crown. There's lots more chakras that come through. And this is where we've been working with. And this is what I was seeing as well on the gridding. Even though it was showing it above like the solar plexus area, it was still about that length. So we're still talking with that soul star sort of energy. So, which is really interesting. Oh gosh, my feet are going to go numb. I'm trying to pull them away from Clive. He's having a great time today. All right, let's have a read of the soul star chakra. This relates to angels and masters, universal light, divine wisdom, soul healing, the cosmos, light beings, personal guides, creator, and source. Everything we've been talking about, which is beautiful. So the soul star chakra affirmation is, I am an open channel of divine light from the universe, and I am deeply connected to this pure light of love. How nice is that?
That's perfect.
And so with the actual universal light card, so it's reminding us that we are always connected to and an extension of the powerful universal light of the cosmos. This light is what fuels your soul and gives birth to the stars. It is the all-wise, all-knowing, all-loving energy of the universe. This light is divine, unconditional love at its purest. Sometimes you can feel disconnected and shut off from this light. However, in truth, you are an extension of and made up of this energy and can never be separate. This light loves, guides, and supports you at all times. You are being encouraged to focus on this divine connection to the cosmos and do what is required to deepen and awaken fully to this universal light. You may like to introduce meditation to your daily routine, attend a spiritual awakening event or workshop, work with some powerful breathing exercises or yoga. Whatever you choose, make sure to action this connection to the universal light of the cosmos. As you awaken, you will feel an abundance of wisdom, support, strength, and light within you and your world. It will assist you to make clear decisions as you step towards your personal power. No wonder I was seeing that above her solar plexus, because this is the power aspect of it. Your heart will expand with love as your soul heals, bringing you peace of mind and well-being in your world. This universal light of the universe loves you no matter what you have or haven't done in your life. It does not judge, and it is unconditional. It understands you at the deepest level. This light is you, your pure essence. Open your heart to receive the love of universal light available to you at all times. You are an amazing, powerful being, and now it is time to believe in your light. I think that's perfect. Wow.
Yeah. Well, we don't have to do the show anymore now, Marie.
That's right. It's done.
It's done.
It is done.
We've got
Yeah. So
what a great card.
I know. So number 7, so Kim's saying a number 7 came up for her before. Yeah, with the card she saw. And this is what happens. You're going to get these synchronicities when you're in a frequency that is really right and relevant, for us. So
what a great temperature check that is, that card. Like it really sees where we've elevated to it, haven't we? Yeah.
Absolutely. We're open now to it. We're able to consciously keep that channel open and know that that's what makes us up anyway.
Yeah.
So, it's just like leaving a tap on. So, yeah. But, Jazzy's very cold. So he's obviously wanting to come through and do some help with some channeling here. So, all right. So is everyone ready? We'll do it. That's not a long meditation. So if you're watching this afterwards, I do run energy. You will get that hit of energy afterwards as well. Don't worry. But meanwhile, just sit down or lie down wherever you're comfortable. If you're driving, don't close your eyes. But if you're not, just close your eyes. Make sure if you're sitting, have your feet nice and relaxed on the ground. And we just take a big breath in. And as we breathe out, let yourself drop deeper and deeper into your body, into your being. Another breath in. And this time, take your awareness into that beautiful heart chakra. See, sense, or feel unconditional, vibrant white light beginning to birth deep within that heart energy. And as it expands, it clears away any pain, any blocks, anything that's not of love. It continues to expand out into your physical being, into all of the energetic template that your being is made up of, into every single cell. So they too are vibrating with this beautiful white light, clearing, healing, rejuvenating. Any cords or hooks or ties that are no longer serving you are released, dissolved in this white light. And now have the intention of being connected deep into your soul. And however your soul comes to you in a shape or a color, a feeling, a form, just trust that is perfect for you to be connected into your soul. And with that intention of that connection, we now take our awareness up through to our crown chakra. And we notice a beautiful white light spinning and shining at the top of our head through our crown chakra, clearing and opening that chakra, ready to receive this beautiful universal light from Source. And then we take our awareness to about 1 meter above our head, to our soul star chakra. This is a connection point to many timelines, to many experiences of you. And as we connect in with it, we see a vibrant white light pouring down from the cosmos through our soul star chakra, expanding that, opening that. And this continues down through into the crown chakra. And now see, sense, or feel that beautiful red frequency between the soul star chakra and your crown chakra. This is the grounding in of this new frequency that has been gifted to us here on this earth plane. That beautiful cosmic light, that universal light now continues to flow down through your spine, through your chakras, all the way down through your feet into your earth star chakra. And then it begins to gently flow out into the earth's grid. Notice how this feels for you. Do you get images? Do you get messages through this beautiful universal light and your soul? How is your soul responding to this free-flowing universal light through you? And just know that this universal light of Source is always within us. And we can have this meditation or do this beautiful energetic maneuver whenever we choose to, simply by saying, Soul Star open to Source. Universal light channels through me now. And then when you're ready, just know you bring this back with you as you begin to come back into the here and now. Gently wriggling your toes, thanking your soul for that you are more aware of that soul aspect now. When you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. Okay. Sorry, I had to let Clive out. He was clawing the carpet. So, oh, that was beautiful. I don't know. How did you go with that, Nick?
Oh, I just become out of my body in a sense. It becomes my body is still there, but it's not part of who I am. Sometimes because I'm seeing a much bigger picture, I just become it's like there's no boundary. That's the way I can put it. And I had this, and it converted into this beautiful soft pink, and it felt soft like a petal of a rose, but almost wispy. It was wisping. I was wisping out everywhere. I was just a big wisp.
I was wondering if anyone was going to say that, because I could actually see and feel that happening as well. I mean, it's not just going down through this Earth Star chakra. This is actually, you know, all around us. And this is the thing, you know, the grids are all around us as well. It's not just under our feet.
Yeah, there was a silkiness to it. There was something about it that just felt so comforting and gentle and light. And I kept, this mantra just kept coming into my head. You know, I am love, we are love, you are love, we are pure, you are pure. It's just this constant flow and combining it all together. Yeah. Oh, what a beautiful.
It's amazing. So so we've got so Kim had an experience.
Something just paused this video and I didn't touch anything.
It's the electromagnetic energy that's coming through. Look, when I'm running frequency, I do it away from the computer. So my intention is for everyone that's watching it. So it's actually, but there's still a lot of energy going through. So, you know, that could be why as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
There was purple light from above to my crown.
Beautiful. So that's the majesty. The purple to me is that divine majesty as well. And it's also third eye too. So these two, crown and third eye, are often connected. So it's pineal pituitary gland and these two chakras. So that's beautiful, Marie. So, yeah. So that's lovely. Thank you. Yeah. Wow. Oh, my gosh. You cannot make this stuff up. This is what we started the chat off with, and there you go. Yeah. So we just know that we do create our reality, but we're also supported by this beautiful universe. You know, we're not alone. We're not separate. No matter what we've been told or shown or experienced, we are never separate. Mm-hmm. So, just know that. Yeah. So, how amazing.
And the powerfulness of it, of us, not in an egocentric way, not to overwhelm other people, but just to have that internal power. It's very important to recognise,
Oh, definitely. And I think, you know, we've been told, you can't love yourself, you know, you're not powerful. We've been told this all our lives because there was so much fear around how powerful we actually are. And so, of course, we had fear around it. So therefore, you know, it's a matter of stepping out of that fear. And like Nick's saying, it's not ego driven. We do need our ego. It's just a matter of the balance, and the empowerment comes from our deep wisdom and truth, and always done with love. And it's like you don't have to hardly lift a finger, and it's and it happens, or it's done. Yeah, so beautiful. Oh, well, I'm going to leave it there. But I will see you. I will be back. So I will see you next Sunday night, Monday morning. So so maybe if people are intrigued, maybe do the water freezing thing. So have an intention before you go to bed and see if you can't. If she said she couldn't remember her dreams, and that was often better. So if you can't remember your dream, just see what happens when you put that little shallow dish of water in the freezer, and then what comes through, and write it down for us. If you want to do it, I just think it sounds like fun. And another one, of course, is photos or pictures of different places that you'd like to visit or that you're intrigued about. So pop them next to your bed and connect into them before you go to sleep. So all fun and games.
And I wish you all the best, Marie, for your travel and a beautiful time with your family as well.
Thank you, Nick.
So I'm sure it will be something that you'll share with us next week. It'll very important.
I will. So but we'll have a great week, everyone, and love you so much. And thank you, Nick. I love you too. And see you next week. Bye.